Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back, Jay Hollingshed live once again for another night of my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. Thank you so much for attending. I truly appreciate you. This is consecutive episode number 316 of 365. Those that are tuning in right now, I appreciate you for tuning in. Let's go ahead and do our roll call. Before we do our roll call, let me tell you what's going on tonight. Today is Monday, day 2 of the week. We will be discussing pillar number 2. Pillar number 2 is always confidence and motivation. Tonight, I got a personal story for you, okay? So we're talking about confidence and motivation. Let's give our shouts out to everybody tuning in at 9 o'clock on the dot, on time for class, starting with my brother, my big brother, AJ, Arthur Hollingshed. I appreciate you, bro. Love you, man. My aunt Gina Cecily. What's up, Gina? I see you. I appreciate you for tuning in as well. We got Barbara Baker tuning in. Thank you, Barbara, for tuning in. I appreciate you for tuning in. So we got my wife, Lisa, my daughters, both of them are tuning in. So without any further delay, we are about to jump into this thing. So let's talk about our confidence and motivation for today. Today, for a brief moment, I'm going to talk to you about being surrounded by confidence and motivation. Surrounding yourself with confidence and motivation. That's what I want to say. Now, I'm going to share with you a quick personal story. Now, before I get into that, there are days that when we all feel like we don't think we're going to make it. Those are the days that we're just tired. We don't even feel like getting up and going to work. We don't feel like doing what it is that we're supposed to do. We're tired. And especially with the winter months setting in, it's getting colder. The bed is warm, the house is warm. You don't want to get up and get out in the cold. But at the same time, you have to have some type of motivating factor to get you up and get you going and doing what it is you need to do. That confidence, that motivation, where is it going to come from? It comes from making a habit of surrounding yourself with confidence and motivation. When you surround yourself with confidence and motivation, you do that by surrounding yourself with confident people, motivated people. Think about it. If you're sad and you really feel like laughing, you want to laugh, okay, you would surround yourself with things that are funny to you, things that would make you laugh. You would take in whatever it is that would make you laugh and to raise your spirits. You could watch some old funny videos and things like that. That's internal. You are taking those in so you can feel like laughing. You can feel better if you're feeling sad or down. So here it is. Here's my personal story. There's a guy by the name of Terry Webb. Terry Webb is probably still on the fire department, but he came on the fire department with me. We came on together, actually. This is Memphis Fire Recruit class number 80. And this was September 1998 is when it was. However, all of us got the call. It was about 108 of us. And we all got the call, say, hey, you're hired. You know, the date to show up is on this date, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Be there wearing this, that, and the other. Now, the thing about my guy, Terry was recovering from a broken leg. So, and if you don't take this window of opportunity, the next window will come around 2-3 years later, maybe 4, depending on the city's budget. And the city's budget wasn't was kind of shaky at the time, and maybe still is, I don't know. But it was shaky at the time. And so Terry was like, okay, my guy Terry Webb was like, okay, look, fire department called me. I got to get on, we're going to do this. So Terry showed up along with the rest of us. It was about 108 of us in our fire recruit class. So here's the thing. Like I said, Terry was recovering from a broken leg. When Terry Webb got the call to join the fire department with the rest of us, he still had his leg in a cast. Terry cut the cast off his leg about 2 weeks prior to the actual time to have it cut off. So if the cast is supposed to be in your leg for 6 weeks, okay, Terry had it on there a good month. Now, here's the thing. Terry stepped out on faith. He knew that he wanted this opportunity. So the motivation was already there. But the thing is, the confidence to go out and trust the process. He wanted this job bad enough to where he would go out there, do what he had to do, and to get this job and secure the job as a Memphis firefighter. Now, when he did this, he didn't know how it was going to happen. He already knew that part of the job, we had a PT lieutenant, our drill lieutenant, and to warm up, or part of our PT, we had to do 1.5 miles under a certain amount of time. Now here it is, Terry's just coming out of a cast, and so how is he going to do this? Well, we came together as like one big group of one big family, our fire recruit class. And so we had one drill instructor. We ran in formation, but the instructor was way up front of 110 he was in front of the all 100 or however many it was of us. He was far enough ahead to where when Terry started to get weak, we kind of closed in on Terry, lifted him up, got up under his shoulder and took that pressure off of his foot. We did this day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out, helping Terry get through the initial part of that day because he still had a foot that was partially broken. And you doing all that 1.5 mile pounding on it at the start of your day. How are you going to get through the rest of your day? So we pulled together, got Terry up and got him in. But the thing is, Terry found himself surrounded with motivation. He found himself surrounded with confidence. So when we physically lifted him up and carried him or got the pressure off of his foot, helping him run that 1.5 miles under whatever a certain amount of time that was. It had to be maybe under 7 minutes or so. I don't recall. It's been 20 plus years or 20 years or so. But when we did that, we helped Terry physically be surrounded by confidence and motivation. But what did that do for him mentally? That gave him an extra boost or extra step of motivation to where when he got up the next morning, he was like, hey, I'm going to get there. I know the guys got me if my leg is tripping again. You know, I can't be doing this, but I can't take them for granted. But at the same time, we all in this together. They want me to make it just as bad as they want to make it. So I got to give whatever I can give so they can give whatever they can give to me and we can make it through this together. So Terry found himself surrounded with confidence. He found himself surrounded with motivation. And to this day, if anybody have heard Terry, back on the fire department, y'all probably heard him being called Kickstand by a number of us or a number of people on the job. Well, that's where the name Kickstand come from, because we had to help him out. And we were like, Terry, you need a kickstand. It was a joke. You need a kickstand to stand up. You need a kickstand to run because you can't run. Your foot is broken. But we surrounded him with that confidence. We surrounded him with that motivation. And so that helped him mentally and physically. So his act of stepping out on faith, not knowing how he was going to make it through, that action itself sent out energies that came back to him in the form of circumstances that helped him get through his dilemma. Okay, so when the energies came back into the form of the circumstance was that his fellow fire recruits, his fellow fire brethren of the rung came together and said, look, we're going to get you through this. And we carried him through the run of the first part of the PT. So that's being surrounded by confidence and motivation. It all starts with you. First, you got to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself enough to say, hey, look, I know I'm at a disadvantage right now, but that doesn't mean I cannot make it. I have to believe and trust in myself to the point to where I can and will make it. Don't know how I'm going to make it, but it's going to happen. I got to make it and get through. Same thing from what I said earlier. We all have our days where we don't know how we're going to get through, when we don't know if we're going to make it, but we know we have to get this done. We have to make it through. We have to get up. We have to get up and get out and do this. We have to get up out of our warm, comfortable beds in the wintertime. Yes, we have to do that. We get lazy, we get complacent, but we have to get up and go do what we must do. So when we do that, we're putting those same energies out. Okay, look, I got faith in the universe that it will come back. These energies will come back to me and help me get through my day. So when you surround yourself with the confidence you need, the motivation you need, it helps you physically and mentally to get through your day. Start by believing in yourself, stepping out on faith, and trusting that it will happen, but you cannot doubt yourself at any moment in time of your process. That's all that I have for today. Episode 316. This is Jay Hollingshead, your high performance mindset coach and public speaker, wishing you to be well, stay blessed, and through love, be a blessing. God bless.